I'm sure Louis would have thrown it in their faces, but I never did it. And anybody that's listening or anybody who's online, just think about it. If I did it, why wouldn't Louis come out with it?
Well, that's a good point. So it does beg the question, why did Louis then say this?
Because exactly what little lucky sperm, Lucan Murdoch, what's his first name? Lachlan Murdoch?
Lachlan, yeah.
They love to use my name. And you want to know something? I said, boy, they must be hard. I love the New York Post. And I still love the New York Post. But he did a hit piece on me not too long ago, and I went right at him. And I'm going to keep going at him. And I got some things in my mind that I'm going to go on. Again, I want to make peace. I want to make peace with everybody. But he has to find, he's a billionaire's son. He's running a corporation. He's not doing too good there. They just got founded for $1 billion with that voting machine company. There's another $2.5 billion lawsuit against News Corp. And then you want to know something? There might be something coming from me. I'm confirmed with some lawyers. You can't keep doing this. And he's the one that has taken it down. He never liked Roger Ailes. Roger Ailes made Fox News. Say what you want about Roger Ailes. And again, we were hired with Fox News by law firms to investigate, because people have, if you got accused of having sexual overtones with somebody and you're sued, you don't have a right for your defense, or should you just give up and commit hara-kiri? You have a right to defense. So independent law firm from Fox hires my company. We investigate. We investigated the Gretchen Carlson, the Bill O'Reilly, 4 law firms. And my big thing is when we do an investigation, I tell everyone, you find out the truth. I don't want nothing made up. We don't bug phones. We don't tap phones. I wouldn't be in business 38 years, and I'm under the scrutiny of U.S. attorneys, district attorneys, and the reason why we're in business 38 years is the integrity of our company. And we do cases for corporations, major corporations. One of the ones that come to mind is Ford Motors. They knocked off some software off another $1 billion software company. I think it's out of Texas. We sent undercovers. They duplicated the technology. We had to go all over the world to interview engineers and everything, and we were able to prove that they knocked off the technology. They said, no knock on Chinese things. We had a Chinese wall with the engineers. Bullshit. They had a Chinese wall. There was holes in the wall. We proved it. They were founded for millions of dollars. These are things we do. We do major investigations, and my integrity is beyond anything. And people call up, oh, I want to tap my wife's phones. I said, you know what you just did? You just committed a felony. It's a felony to request or even conspire to tap phones and commit. I wouldn't be in business. And again, my biggest thing I have to sell is the integrity of Bo Dietl Associates. There's Bo Dietl. I'm the figurehead. Then there's my company. It's run by Mike Ruggiero, MBA, very, very smart guy. And we keep our integrity of that company on every one of our investigations the highest. We do security everywhere. The Javits Center, South Street Seaport, beautiful place. All the events, UBS arenas, everything. We done security for the U.S., GA, every Grammys, anything you can imagine. And we still are a company that's been around 38 years. If you hire a company, you should see if they have some, have they been around for a while? And there ain't too many companies that have been around longer than me and handle some of the most sensitive cases that I can't even repeat on the show. Headline cases. And who was behind it? If I had Louis there, Louis would be yelling, Bo Dietl, Bo Dietl. But the point is, we're a private investigator. Confidentiality is the most important thing.
Yes. And I mean, when someone signs a contract with you, like say that, I mean, I know Louis did not
so if Louis hired me, signed a contract for me to do backgrounds on the cast members,
right,
he would be under that confidentiality.
Right.
So he would not be able to talk about that.
Right.
Otherwise, he'd be in breach of my contract.
Right. Like you don't want your people that...
No, I mean, it's all about one thing. What's good for me is good for you. And if it's going to be a confidential investigation, you shouldn't have any right to talk about my investigation.
Yes. I think then a lot of people are saying, because you said this, you know, that he didn't hire you to investigate.
No, I did it for free. Yeah, that's what I
Right, I think that's what people are, you know, because he said, I guess, and I'm not coming for Louis at all, but because trust me, I got some issues with some other people.
Look at my eyes, Dave. Look at my eyes.
Oh,
I'll repeat it.
I believe you.
I'll repeat it. There's no reason for me to lie. If I did, first of all, if I did do something, I wouldn't tell you anyway because it's confidential.
Right.
But he would be in breach. I did not. And I could say, and all your listeners, and you could go online with it, believe me, I didn't do it for free either. So that's that.
I don't do anything for free when it comes
Right.
to work.
Thank you,
to tell
David.
you the truth.
You're a professional and you understand what I say. For me to do investigations on all those cast members, Louis would have to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars. Why would I do something for free in my business? Do you do this for free, David?
I do not. And I've said that on this air many times that although I love my job and I love my listeners, the day that this is no longer putting money in my pocket, I am just going to go and vanish.
David, I like you.
Right?
You're going to be my guest up in Rayos.
Okay. I mean, please, all
right.
I am all about the Rayos. Well, then on the couch, we have this woman, Margaret Josephs, on the couch on the reunion.
Oh.
No, we do have someone in the room on the couch, but Margaret Joseph's that blonde. I think she kept saying to Louis, "I don't believe you. I don't believe you." So, I mean, do you have anything to say to Margaret Joseph?
No, I say it like I just said it to Margaret and everyone else. You have to believe what I say because there's no reason for me to make up a story. Also, if I got stuff on you, Margaret, and everybody else, where is it? Why didn't Louis use it? Just think about that. So now, I am very specific. Never, ever was I hired, nor did I do it for free. Investigations on any cast members from the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Let it go to bed. If people want to believe it, they could suck it up.
Right. I mean, that doesn't get more clear than that. When you were in I'm Going to Avra Tonight, believe it or not.
Which one?
I like the one on Madison 61st.
No, my favorite is now the new one on 50th and 6th. Really nice. And you got my friends over, the manager over there, and really nice over there. Great.
Maybe
Beautiful.
We'll have to try
my friend
that
Mark Packer, I think, put $18 million into that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't like the other one. The
Which
one on 48th.
No, that's like,
It's different.
different. But I used to go to 60th until I went to this one.
Okay, maybe we'll go to the other one.
They do a nice job.
Do they? Okay, maybe we'll go to that
Orlando
one.
is the manager. Great guy. He just opened one up in North Miami. Yeah.
Well, if I go in, I'm not going to use your name, Bo.
Well, maybe you could. I don't know.
When you were in Avra and you sat next to Joe and Melissa, what? Or Melissa?
No, I was sitting at my table. He came over to me.
Over.
Yeah.
And
he came over. She was sitting on the next table.
And what did they think that
this is about 4 months ago, 3-4 months ago. After that, the whole thing went down.
Yeah, no, I had heard about this. Did they think you were there not just by coincidence, that you were actually hired to be there?
No, I was with Bert Capone and another guy. But believe me, and they ain't investigators. Just leave it at that. They're Italian businessmen.
You went out to eat.
Yeah.